What if one of Hollywood's most famous transformations isn't actually explainable? Matthew McConaughey went from visible thinning in his early career to what appears to be a dense, youthful hairline years later. And the strange part is, even experts don't fully agree on how that happened. Some say hair transplant, some say hair system, some say medication or a combination of treatments. But here's where it gets interesting. The more natural it looks, the harder it becomes to explain. And that's why this debate has never actually died. McConaughey started his career in the 1990s with thick, youthful hair, typical of early Hollywood leading roles. But by his late 20s and early 30s, something changed. A receding hairline, noticeable thinning at the crown, a gradual pattern consistent with male pattern hair loss. Nothing unusual so far. In fact, this is exactly how hair loss typically begins. But then comes the part that sparked years of debate. Because in later appearances, his hair appears significantly fuller again. The hairline looks more structured, the density appears improved, the crown looks less visible, and suddenly the internet starts asking a question that never got answered clearly. What changed?
On internet, McConaughey's hair becomes a long-running debate, and the discussion splits into three camps. The first camp believes it's a hair transplant. They argue modern FUE procedures can create natural density when combined with medication that preserves existing hair. The second camp believes it's a hair system, a custom-made, ultra-realistic hairpiece that can mimic natural hairlines and density with extreme precision. And the third camp argues something more complex, a combination approach. Medications like finasteride or minoxidil, possibly PRP therapy, maybe cosmetic enhancements or styling techniques. But here's the problem. Each group is looking at the same photos and reaching completely different conclusions, and none of them have proof. Here's where things start to blur. In Hollywood, hair is not always static. Actors may use styling fibers, temporary hair pieces, density enhancement techniques, lighting and camera adjustments. Even without hair loss, hair is often altered for roles. So when people compare different photos of McConaughey, they may not actually be comparing the same system. They could be looking at real-life appearances, red carpet styling, film production hair design, and that creates a huge problem. What looks like a transformation might actually be multiple versions of the same person's hair. Hair restoration clinics also weigh in on cases like this. They point to several possible explanations. Hair transplants, which redistribute follicles, medications like finasteride or minoxidil, PRP therapy to stimulate growth, laser therapy and scalp treatments. All of these are real medical approaches. And yes, combined correctly, they can produce significant improvements. But here's the key detail most people miss. These explanations are general. They describe what could happen in theory, not what did happen in this specific case. So while the science is real, the conclusion is still unknown. And that gap is exactly where speculation begins. McConaughey himself has publicly denied undergoing hair transplant surgery. He has attributed his results to a topical treatment he uses consistently.
You have the greatest hair. Is that a natural? Is it?
Thank you, man. I do.
You got good hair. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what I got. I was losing my hair in '99.
No.
What do you mean?
Yes, I was.
And
yes,
then
I
what
was.
happened?
I started rubbing my head with this stuff called Regenex, and damn if I didn't bring it back.
Is that true?
That's true.
No kidding.
I had a silver dollar right here.
And this creates a psychological split online. Some people accept that explanation. Others believe it's incomplete. And others think the truth may involve multiple treatments that are simply not publicly discussed. But here's the key fact. There is no verified documentation of any procedure, which leads to a simple but uncomfortable reality. We can see the result, but we cannot confirm the method. And in cases like this, that uncertainty never disappears. It only spreads.
The McConaughey hair debate isn't really about one celebrity. It's about something much bigger. Modern hair restoration has reached a point where transplants can look invisible. Medications can stabilize hair for years. Systems can replicate natural density. Styling can dramatically change appearance. And when all of these overlap, even experts can't easily tell what they're looking at. So maybe the real answer isn't transplant or system. Maybe it's this. We've entered an era where successful hair restoration doesn't look like treatment anymore. It just looks like nothing happened at all. And that's exactly why nobody can agree on what they're seeing. And for anyone dealing with hair loss today, the real question might not be, what did he do? But what combination would actually work for me?